we welcome you to San Diego Stadium, where tonight, the 1975 hits the month of May. We have gone through the month of April, and we've actually jumped in the middle of May. Hello, everybody. Your sports time machine, and we're about to bring you an exciting game between the Houston Astros and the San Diego Padres. On the mound for the Astros, Ken Forsch. On the mound for the Padres are Randy Jones. The Astros come in at 6-18, while the Padres are 9-12. For the Astros, it's Roger Edis Cabell in left, Cesar Cedeno in center, Bob Watson at first, Cliff Johnson behind the plate, Doug Rader at third, Jose Cruz at third, Tommy Helms at second, and batting ninth is Ken Forsch. For the Padres, Hernandez at short, Tolan in left, Grubb in center, McCovey at first, Dave Winfield in right, Tito Fuentes batting sixth at second, Hunt's at third, Hundley behind the plate, and on the mound is Randy Jones. Let's get things started here from San Diego Stadium. So let's get it going here. So the Padres take the field, Tolan, Grubb, Winfield, pretty good outfield, nice in the corners, a two in center. Hunts, Hernandez, Fuentes, McCovey, not awful. Couple fours on the corners. Hernandez and Fuentes are threes up the middle. Hundley, a four behind the plate, a +1 arm. Randy Jones on the mound. He is 0-4. He's coming off a 20-12 season. In this replay, 3.68 ERA. Let's take a look and see if he's been snake bit or what's going on. Randy Jones, usually a quality starter. This is his fifth start. He's gone 9-5-7-9, 2 complete games, all losses. He gave up 4 earned runs and 1 loss. He's gotten bit with only 1 home run given up. And let's see what else he has. He's walked 8, struck out 11, 30 hits over 29 innings. Again, not too bad. Just getting a lot of probably bad luck. The Astros, again, it's Metzger, Cabell, Cedeno, Watson, Johnson, Rader, Cruz, Helms, and Forsch. And let's go to the ballpark and play ball here in San Diego. Roger Metzger will lead off in 208. 3 doubles, a triple, and 7 runs batted in. Jones looks in, gets this, and that struck him out. Oh, down the left field line, deep and foul. And Metzger down on strikes 1 away. Here's Enos Cabell, 236 hitter, no home runs, 5 RBIs. Hundley sets the target. Jones with the windup and the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center. That's Johnny Grubb there. And he should make this catch, and does. There's 2 outs. Here's Cesar Cedeno, young-looking center fielder hitting .337. Guys has 8 stolen bases also. Hundley puts down the sign. Randy Jones, the left-hander, and the pitch. And that's a drive to deep left center field. That could be deep. Back goes Tolan way back, and goodbye baseball. Cesar Cedeno. Astros lead it 1-0. So Cesar Cedeno gets a high five from Bob Watson. Houston takes a 1-0 lead, and Watson comes up hitting .375. 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. It's the target. Jones with the windup and pitch to Watson. And ground ball to third. Hunt's got it, throws him out, retires aside. 1 run in the first on a home run by Cedeno. 1-0 Houston here in lovely San Diego. Enzo Hernandez, followed by Bob Tolan and John Grubb to bat against Ken Forsch. Outfield of Cabell, Cedeno, Cruz. 3s on the corner. Cedeno is a superstar in the making of one with a -4. Rader, Metzger, real good on the left. Helms and Watson, decent on the right. Watson's not going to kill you with that 4.11. Cliff Johnson, a 4 and a +2 arm. And Forsch is a 3 with a +1. So there's San Diego can run on this Houston team. Here's Enzo Hernandez hitting 216 and 2 ribbies. Johnson puts down the sign and Forsch with the one. And it's a line drive right at Watson for out number 1. Forsch comes in, no record, 1 save, 1.29 ERA, 8 hits over 7 innings, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. Let's look at Forsch record and see what he's done so far this year and see if he's had any starts or he's just had the relief appearances so far for him. Give me 1 second. We'll go ahead and pull those numbers up. Here we are at San Diego Stadium, and he's gone 3 1/3, 2 in an inning and a third. So this is to be his first start. He had a save in his last outing. Here in San Diego, singles are 1-11. Home runs are measly 1-2. Up and pitch to Tolan. And Tolan, line drive, base hit, Bob Tolan. See, Tolan is on. See if he wants to run. He's old, and it will bring up John Grubb hitting 213, 5 ribbies. Left-handed hitter's Grubb. Johnson sets the target. Forced from the stretch in the pitch. And that's a drive deep right center field. That'll be trouble. Cedeno on his horse. Can't get it over the wall. Tolan will go get it. Tolan will hold at third. The great arm by Cedeno held the runner. So a double for Grubb. Second and third, 1 out for Willie McCovey on the year, hitting 356, 12 home runs. Wow, and 30 runs batted in. So he's had a pretty darn good start so far. Ben Witz, hey, Ben, how you doing? Second and third, 1 out. McCovey up. Cliff Johnson behind the plate. Forsch from the stretch. Second and third, 1 out. Pitch to McCovey. And fly ball left field. Cabell is there. Runner will score. Tolan comes in, and we're tied at 1. Here is a very interesting young man, to say the least. His name is David Winfield. 2 home runs, 12 runs batted in. All sports athlete out of the Minneapolis area. Could have played football, could have played basketball. Decided to sign with the Padres. Winfield comes up early on his campaign. 2 homers, 12 ribbies. Johnson sets the target. Forced from the stretch to pitch to Winfield. And a walk to Winfield, and there's 2 on and 2 outs. Here's Tito Fuentes, 229, 2 doubles and 8 ribbies. Fuentes the left, tied at 1. Johnson sets. Force from the stretch and the pitch. And that will be a walk again, and the bases are loaded for the Padres. And here is Steve Huntz. His first official at bat of the season. He only had 53 during the season, no power. Will bat from the left-hand side, 2 outs. Johnson sets the target. Forced from the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 out. Pitch to Huntz. And line drive at Helms. Rays leave the bases loaded. At the end of 1, Houston 1, San Diego 1. Here's Cliff Johnson. Then will be followed by Rader and Cruz. Cliff Johnson, 245, 5 homers, 11 RBIs. Hundley sets the target. Randy Jones winds up and pitches. And Randy Jones, deep drive left field down the line. Tolan back, makes the catch. There is no give in the power here. Here is 226, no homers, 3 RBIs. 1 out in the second, tied at 1. Hundley puts down the sign. Jones with the windup and pitch to Rader. And struck him out, 2 away. Here is Jose Cruz hitting 231. 3 homers and 6 runs batted in. Hundley sets the target. Jones, a left-hander, versus Cruz. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball left. Tolan is there. He'll come up under it, makes the catch, and does. Inning and a half of the books. Houston 1, San Diego 1. And now here is Randy Hundley, Jones, and Enzo Hernandez, the bat for the Pods here in the second. Johnson sets the target. Force looks in with a wind up to Hundley. Hundley walks him. So Hundley's on, and here is Jones. Probably going to see a bunt here. Jones hit the ball that well. 83 at bats, couple doubles, couple ribbies. Bunt is on. Randy Jones to lay a bunt down, and he lays it. Oh, my goodness. He'll try to throw for the runner, and he's safe. Oh, he didn't. So the pitcher picked it up, and he had no play. He's not in time, and that will be a fielder's choice. And there'll be two on. He went for the lead runner, and Hundley just beat it out. So a fielder's choice, bad decision by Forsch. 2 on, nobody out for Hernandez, and the Padres got something cooking. Johnson sets. Forsch from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to be a liner caught by Helms, 1 away. Here's Bob Tolan, 1 for 1, run scores. Hitting 198 and 4 ribbies. From the stretch gets the sign, the pitch to Tolan. And that's a pop to short. Metzger has it, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Here's John Grubb, doubled his first time up. Grubb on the year, hitting 222, 5 ribbies on the season. Played a full season, so not much power. Johnson sets. Forsch looks in, 2 on, 2 out for Grubb. And base hit for Grubb. That will score Hundley. Jones will head to third, and the Padres take a 2-1 lead. That was a fielding error, RBI. It wasn't an earned run, but the mistake made by Forsch will cost them. And it brings up Stretch. Stretch in the ball. Johnson puts the target down. Forsch from the stretch. First and third, 2 out. Pitch to McCovey. And that's a walk, and the bases are loaded. So Forsch definitely losing some ground here. 4 walks through inning and 2/3. And here's Big Dave. 0 for 0, walked his first time up. Johnson sets the target. Ken Forsch looks in. 2-1 San Diego here in the second, and the pitch. That'll be a ground ball to second. Hit at Helms. He gets it. Throws them out, and the side is retired. Houston. But again, they shut out the Padres, and they leave them loaded. We played 2. San Diego 2, Astros 1. Did RJL have his game tonight? It didn't show up on my trajectory tonight. He was not supposed to have a day off. Top of the third, it's going to be Helms, Forsch, and Metzger for the Astros in the third. Hundley sets the target. Randy Jones winds up to Tommy Helms, and a pop to short. Hernandez there pulls it down, 1 away. Here's Ken Forsch, always known to be a decent hitting pitcher. This year, only 22 board for Ken. He steps up, right-handed hitter. Hundley puts down the sign. Randy Jones looks in. He gets it, and pitch to Randy Jones. Walks him, and Forsch gets a walk. So a 1-out walk to Forsch. Oh, okay. Here's Roger Metzger. So Metzger's up. 0 for 1. Hundley sets the target. Jones working from the stretch and pitch to Metzger. And ground ball to third. Huntz will go to second. That's all you're going to get. Metzger will beat the relay. And there's 2 away. So Metzger on at first and 2 outs. Let's see if Metzger wants to run any. I believe Metzger was known as the guy who kind of had his fingers caught in the tractor or something and lost a finger, was his claim to fame. 2 outs and Cabell up, runner on first and 2 away. Hundley sets. Randy Jones working from the stretch, pitch to Cabell. And that's going to be a line drive to Huntz, and that will squeeze the ketchup out. We go to the bottom of the third. San Diego 2, Houston 1. 2-1 Padres. And now last of the third, 2-1 San Diego. Fuentes will bat, followed by Huntz and Hundley. Here for the Padres in the third with Forsch on the mound. Johnson puts down the sign. Ken Forsch looks in the windup to him. And a base hit right field for Tito. We'll see if Tito wants to run. Again, he gets picked off enough, so he will hold. So he's on at first and nobody out. Here's Hunt. Hunt so far, ball game 0 for 1. Kind of. This is Forsch's first start of the year. What kind of fatigue did they give you? He gave him a full 7. So if he's able to go, he might be able to go a little bit. So Hunt steps up. On deck is Hundley. Johnson sets the sign. Forsch looks in, rocks, and pitches the Hunts. And that's a line drive today. So here's Randy Hundley. He walked his first time up and scored a run. Johnson goes down the big target behind the plate, puts up the sign. Forsch working from the stretch, and the pitch to Hundley. And that'll be a deep drive to center field. That's going to be over Cedeno's head. But the great throwing arm by Cedeno in the Metzger will hold the runners. Again, Cesar Cedeno came up throwing, threw a strike to Metzger, and it held the runners second and third, one away. Padres looking to score and add to their picket fence. And now here's Randy Jones with one out. Not much of a hitting pitcher. The infield will come in. They're going to dare him to find the A+ on his card, basically, and he gets it on a 210. 210 and a 1-3. Johnson puts down the sign. Forsch from the stretch. Second and third, one out. Pitch to Randy Jones. Ground ball to third. Raider looks Fuentes back. Throws them out, and there's 2 outs. So this time the infield then works. And it brings up Enzo Hernandez. Second and third, 2 away for Enzo. Two-handed hitter. 0 for 2 so far today. Johnson sets. Forsch looks in, trying to get out of another jam. Pitch to Hernandez. Ground ball to short. Metzger's got it. Throws them out. And we play 3 in beautiful San Diego. Padres 2. Astros 1. We head to the 4th. Left on base. Astros 1. Padres 8. So 3-hour tour. So basically, the Padres have left the equivalent of Gilligan's Island on base so far through 3. It's 2-1 Padres. We head to the 4th. Here's the first inning. Hundley sets the target. Randy Jones with a windup and pitch to Cedeno. And Cedeno hits a drive to deep left center field. Back goes Poland. He caught it. Again, Park Blast does not help you in San Diego. Only a 1-2 gets it. That's 1 out here in the 4th. And here's Watson. Watson steps up, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Puts down the sign. Randy Jones looks in, wind up and pitch to Watson. And Watson hits the same thing. Ballpark blast. Tolan back. Makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Randy Jones benefiting from 2 outs in the 4th. Home runs only on 1-2. And they're rolling too high. Here's Big Cliffy. Here's Big Cliff Johnson. Usually murders left-handed pitching's his motto. So let's see. Hundley sets the target. Jones looks in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. This one will come up with it. Grubb does and makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Padres 2, Astros 1. Here's Bobby Tolan, followed by Grubb and McCovey. Johnson puts down the sign for him. Forsch looks in. And that's a walk to Tolan, so Tolan is on. Again, Tolan has a chance to run, but I believe Tolan does get picked off a bit. Let's see what his statistics are here. Oh, he does. Gets it on a 3-8, but gets picked on the 2, 9, and 12. So, yes, Tolan gets picked off way too many times to try for it. Runner on first, no man out. Here's Grubb, 2 for 2 with a double. Johnson sets. Forsch from the stretch, the pitch to him. And that's a Cedeno cannot come up with it. Again, he comes through and holds the runner. Cedeno came up chucking. Metzger again, the perfect relay, and threw home. And they had to hold the runner. So Grubb is second double the ball game. The Padres again have something going. Second and third, nobody out for again, Willie McCovey. And this time the Astros will play the infield in on Willie here. Big opportunity for Willie to get that big hit with the runners on 3-10, which means he gets it again on another plus somewhere on the card. That is going to be, where is that plus at? He gets it on a 10. He has to have equivalent on a dice roll to get it on a 7. So surprising. There should be another plus there. I'm probably missing. but he does get it on a 310. So they're going to hope he doesn't run into it. Second and third, nobody out. Forsch in trouble again. Johnson puts down the sign. Forsch looks in from the stretch and the pitch. And that's going to ground ball back to Forsch. Let's see if he can cut it. No way, the runner will score, and that's an E1 on Forsch. Oh my, Ken Forsch unable to make the play. And I think he just saw Luke Skywalker as the Force was not with him. 3-1 Padres here in the fourth. And it brings up Big Dave Winfield. First and third, nobody out. 3-1 San Diego. Johnson sets. Force from the stretch and the pitch. That should be foul down the line, and it's foul. Fly to center. Cedeno is there. He should make this catch. He does, and the out on a fly ball C, so the run out of hold. 3-1 now, 1 out. He only gives up 1 run now. This would be a blessing. Fuentes comes up 1 for 1 with a walk. So far, Padres out hitting the Astros 6-1. Johnson sets. Force from the stretch. First and third, 1 out. Pitch to Fuentes. Fly ball to right. That will be grubbed. That could be a 17. Runner. Hold the trailing runner, and he's safe. It's 4-1 Padres. So a sacrifice fly to Cruz. Runner on third scores, and the Padres add 1, and it's now 4-1 San Diego. Here's Steve Huntz. He's 0 for 2. Johnson puts the sign down for him. Force from the stretch. Runner on first and 2 out. Pitch to Huntz. Ground ball to second. Hit at Helms. He got it. Throws him out and side is retired. 2 runs for the Padres. We head to Diego. So Houston now with 1 hit through 4 innings. Randy Jones coasting here in the 5th. A 4-1 lead. Hundley sets the target. Randy Jones with a windup. Here's the pitch to Doug Rader. And that's a strikeout. Rader 1 away. Here's Jose Cruz, who's 0 for 1. Cruz 0 for 1 the ball game. Hundley sets the target. Randy Jones, the left-hander. Here's the pitch to Cruz. And that's a fly ball to center. Right there for it and makes the catch. And there's 2 outs. Easy so far. Here's Tommy Helms. 0 for 1 the ball game. Hundley sets. Jones looks in. 2 outs in the 5th. Here's the pitch to the right-handed hitting Helms. Line drive to third. Huntz with the catch. And again, 3 up, 3 down. Randy Jones is having all he can right now. 5 solid innings. 4-1 San Diego heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. So now Randy Hundley's bats. Fouled by Randy Jones and ends up against Forsch. Johnson sets. Forsch looks in. The wind up to Hundley. And Hundley with a drive down the left field line. Trouble. Bell back. Makes a catch. Again, home run blast. But unfortunately, 1-2's the home run. So here's Randy Jones, 0 for 1. Johnson sets the target. Forsch with a wind up in the pitch. And that's a fly ball to left. Cabell sits for it, makes the catch. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th. For Enzo Hernandez. He's 0 for 3 so far. 0 for 3, 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th. Padres lead at 4-1, out hitting the Astros 6-1. Johnson sets the target and for Hernandez. That's a line drive ballpark single, and Metzger with a diving stab to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go to Padres in the 5th. That's 4-1, 4-1 San Diego. 1-1 for Houston, 6-0 for San Diego. Now let's see what Houston wants to do in the 6th inning. Do you pull your pitcher here? Randy Jones waits. Does Ken Forsch want him to swing away? Hasn't been tested this year yet. So let's see. On the mound is a left-hander. That would probably be Rob Andrews. Don't want to blow your Rob Andrews. Yeah, he had 277 bats. So Rob Andrews will come in and hit. So Andrews will hit for Forsch in the sixth. So Forsch is done for the day. Hundley sets the target. Jones with a windup pitch to Rob Andrews. And Andrews line drive at Hernandez. One out in the sixth. And now here's Roger Metzger. He's over to target. Randy Jones, the left-hander, and pitch to Metzger. And that's a ground ball to third. Hunt's got it. Throws him out to McCovey. 2 away in the sixth. Here's Enos Cabell. He's 0 for 2. Hundley sets. Jones looks in. The windup to Enos Cabell. And that's a line drive at Fuentes. Retires aside. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the Astros. We need a new pitcher here. It's 4-1 San Diego. So, who will come out here? And see, do they have somebody who they haven't squeezed on so far? And the answer would be not really. We'll go to Jim York. I've seen him in Strat play before. Not too bad. So York will come on. He's one guy been needing some work at least. York so far in the year, 3 innings. He's a right-hander, loves right-handed pitching back at him. So it will be tolling Grub McCovey. So lefty, lefty, lefty. So not the. We'll see if York can work his way out of it. So York looks in and the pitch to Tolan and a 5-ball to center. Cesar Cedeno there puts the glove up and makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Grubb, 3 for 3 and a couple doubles so far. Johnson puts the sign down and waits. York with the windup to Grubb and a ground ball to short. Hit at Metzger. Got it. Throws him out, and there's 2 quick outs. So now here is Willie McCovey. McCovey on the game, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Johnson puts the windup and pitch to Willie and struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Go to Padres. We head to the 7th. It's 4-1 San Diego, and Houston better start moving. Then we got 1 hit through 6. So here's Cedeno, responsible for the home run, followed by Watson and Johnson against Randy Jones, who has coasted so far. Jones should have a 9 at 280-plus innings. Jones looks in, wind up, pitch to Cedeno, and that's a pop to second. Fuentes calls him off, 1 away in the 7th. Here's Watson, and he's 0 for 2. Hundley puts down the sign up and pitch to Watson, and Watson base hit. There's a big hit. That'll go to the wall. Watson with a stand-up double, second hit of the ball game for the Astros. So now here's Cliff Johnson. A 3-run lead, 1 out in the 7th. Jones will stay out there. Hundley puts down the sign, and Randy Jones working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Big Heathcliff. Base hit, Cliff Johnson. Watson will score from second, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Back, and that could be all. Let's see what the San Diego brain trust think about this one and who they want to go with. Looking, see who's available. Not a true closer in the group. They kind of share between Grief and Frisella. So let's see. Both are righties. We'll go with Danny Frisella. So Danny Frisella will come on out. So Frisella comes in. He is on ERA, has looked good so far. Hits over 13 innings, 7 walks, and 13 strikeouts. Runner on first and 1 out, 4-2 Padres. Hundley sets the target. Frisella needs to work from the stretch right off the bat. Here's the pitch to Rader. And Rader struck him out, 2 away, big strikeout. Here's Jose Cruz. Cruz, a left-handed hitter. Majorly loves right-handed pitching. He's definitely likes it better. So let's see. Hundley puts the sign down. Frisella works from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Cruz. And he walked him, and the Astros have the go-ahead. They have the tying runners on, and now Tom Helms comes up. Helms has been up 5 times with 1 hit on the season. Again, we're in the 7th, so the pinch hitting could happen for San Diego, for Houston right now. So let's look at him. Second back have been Rob Andrews. Milbourne, 151 at bats, could go play second. So can Kenny Boswell, the former Met. Trying to see what the best option would be. Would it be Howard with not much power, or they go with Mr. Wayne Gross? You know what? They're going to go with a pinch hitter. It's going to be Wayne Gross. Padres don't really have anybody else in that bullpen, so Gross will step in 4-2 Sodom with the top of the seventh inning. Hundley puts down the sign for Sella from the stretch, looking in and see if they can make a move here. And let's see. Hang on. Let's see. Lefty. Yeah, they only got Folkers there. He's kind of a starter and reliever, but they'll leave him out there. So there we go. Frisella from the stretch to pitch to the pinch hitter. Greg Gross in the pitch. Gross, ground ball to second. Fuentes got it, throws him out. Astros get one in the seventh. It's 4-2 Padres heading to the stretch. And that will mean Larry Milbourne will be the new second baseman. So Milbourne is the new second baseman. Jim, you will stay out there here. We head to the bottom of the seventh. Winfield, Fuentes, and Hunts to bat for the Padres. Johnson puts a sign down. York looks in with the windup to Dave Winfield. Back to the mounds, York throws him out to Fizz. Fuentes 1-for-1 with the ribby. Johnson sets. York looks in, the windup to Fuentes, and that will be a fly ball to right. Cruz is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs in the seventh. And now here's Steve Hunts. Hunts 3 at bat so far, nothing across for him. He's a left-handed hitter. Johnson puts down the sign. York looks in and the windup. The Hunts. Fly ball to center. Cedeno and York's done a good job for the Astros, keeping it close. We head to the eighth. 4-2 San Diego. Padres 4-6-0, while the Astros are 2-3-1. And that'll be a pinch hitter for Jim York right now. And a 4-2 ball game, so he will be done. We'll see if they have anybody who can come in. They're going to bring in Howard here. So Howard will bat for York in the pitcher spot. Wilbur Howard hitting .214 on the year and 14 at bats. No. Hundley puts down the sign for Sella with a windup and pitch. And that's a drive to deep right field. Be trouble. It's over. The head. Howard will go for 2. He's going to go in there standing. A stand-up triple for Wilbur Howard. 2 Padres. And now here's Metzger. Let's see if Metzger can do something here. Hundley sets the target. Priscilla from the stretch picks the Met and will 4-3 ball game. So now here's Enos Cabell, runner on first and nobody out. Hundley sets. Priscilla from the stretch. Runner on first, nobody out, pitches to Cabell. Winfield is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 out here in the 8th. Long home run he had back in the first inning. Still working from the stretch with a runner on first. Cedeno. Base hit Cedeno. Metzger to third, and the wing away behind this. First and third, 1 out. 4-3 Putson. Wow. In the 8th inning with 1 out. And let's see what the Padres will do. And I think they're going to go with Greif here, or Greif, and he'll be the neutral in the 9th spot. Bill Greif, 0-1, 1 save, 2.25 ERA, 5 hits over 12 innings and 3 walks. He's first. Chin. From the stretch, Watson the hit. 1 for 3 with a double. Pitch to Watson. And Watson, deep drive to left field. Down the line goes Tolan. And hit the pole. 3-run homer, Bob Doctor. A 1-2 home run, and it hit the line. Watson is celebrated by Cliff Johnson. He's giving him a big high five in the acid. Oh, Doctor. Watson, a 3-run homer. And it brings up Cliff Johnson. That just took the air out of this stadium. So Grieve gives up a 10%er. It's gone. So Hundley goes out and talks to him. Wow, what a turn of events. Hundley puts down the sign. Grief, the windup to Cliff Johnson, and a ground ball to first McCovey. That may not be fielded. He's got it, and he throws it over Greif's head. It bounces into the dugout. Oh, they're going to put him at third. It's a single and a 2-base error. So Johnson gets 2 bases and goes all the way to third with 1 man out. Oh, my. Runner on third, 1 out for Raider. And the Padre misfortune continues. Does that mean Randy Jones just got screwed? Hopefully not. 2 or no. It's got to be Danny Frisilla. Jones is off the hook. Runner on third, 1 out. Hundley sets. Grief from the stretch. They have to play the infield in here. Pitch to Raider. And that's a ground ball back to Grief. He's got it. Comes home with it. They'll run him back. They run it back and forth and gets the tag on the pickle on the rundown. So with 2 outs, Raider is on at first. And now here's Jose Cruz, 0 for 2 with a walk. From the stretch. Runner on first, 2 out, pitch to Cruz. Walk him. First and second, 2 men out. Here's Larry Milbourne. 208 hitter, 2 triples, 3 RBI. Switch hitter about righty against the right. Oh, Milbourne, I thought was a switchy. He is a right-handed hitter, I guess. So he must turn to a switch hitter later on in life, I believe. So Milbourne will swing. Hundley puts down the sign. Grief from the stretch. And that's a pop to short. Hernandez is there, makes the catch. And the Astros put a 4 spot in the 8th. 6. Wow, that just went awfully bad, awfully quick. Now let's see what Houston will do. They could go back to Wayne Granger, who pitched for them. You know what? We'll go to let's see, who does the Padres have up? Oh, a righty who wants lefties, a pinch hitter, and Hernandez. Ooh, that is a tough spot. And they'll go with Wayne Granger here. So Granger will be the new pitcher. Last of the 8th, 6-4 Houston, 6-8-1 for Houston. 4. Johnson puts down the sign. Granger with the windup pitch to Hundley. And fly ball to left. Cabell is there and makes the catch 1 away. Here's Grief. And they're going to call him back. So let's see what the Pods will do here. Definitely a left-handed hitter time. They're going to go to Locklear here. The only lefties on this bench. So here is going to be Gene Locklear. Locklear hitting .364, 11 at-bats with the sets. Granger will wind up to Locklear, and ground ball to short. Metzger's got it. 2 outs in the 8th. And now here's Enzo Hernandez, 0 for 4 in the ball game. Johnson sets. Granger looks in, wind up to Hernandez. Ground ball to Watson, throws it out, and we head to the 9th at 6-4 Houston. So 9th inning, here we come. So new pitcher for the Padres. And I guess it will be Rich D will come in. So Folker's on the year, 1-1, 4.19 ERA, 19 hits over 19 innings, 13 walks, 13 strikeouts. Houston with a 4 spot in the 8th. They lead at 6-4. 6-8-1 for Houston, 4-6-1 for the Padres. Hundley puts down the sign. Granger will swing for himself in this case, and that's ground ball the second. Tough play for Fuentes. Throws him out. He did not get it. An infield hit for Wayne Granger, the pitcher. Here's Roger Metzger now, 1-for-4 at the ribby. Hundley puts down a sign. Folkers, the lefty. Here's the pitch to Metzger. And a fly ball the center. Grubb is there. Makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's Cabell, who's 0-for-4. Hundley sets Folkers from the lefty. Here's a pitch to Cabell, and that's a strike. Him out. 2 outs in the 9th. Here's a long home run. Hundley sets. Folkers from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Cesar Cedeno. Fly ball to left. Tolan is there. Tough play for Bobby. And he could not make the play off the wall. Tolan will play the hop. Granger will go to third. Holds right there, and a double for Cedeno. 2 outs in the 9th for Watson. Big home run his last time up. That started everything. Houston trying to add on. 10 hits to the Padres 6. Second and third, 2 outs. Houston still leads by 2. On the sign, Folkers from the left-hand side pitches to Watson. And that's a base at left field. Granger will score. They'll send the runner from second home, and it is 8-4 Astros as Bob Watson knocks in another 2 runs. 8-4 Houston. So Hundley goes out and talks to Folkers. Folkers from the stretch, pitch to Cedeno. Ground ball to first McCovey to bottom of the 9th inning. Houston 8, San Diego 4. Tolan, Grubb, McCovey to hit against Wayne Granger here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Granger looks in. The windup, Tolan 1-for-3, couple runs scored. And the pitch, deep drive down the right field line. Cruz goes back, makes the catch on the ballpark blast. 1 away. Here's Johnny Grubb. 3-for-4, 2 doubles. He steps up, left-handed hitter. Johnson puts down the sign. Granger with the windup to Grubb. And ground ball to first. Watson takes to the bag, and that is 2 outs. Last outs for Willie McCovey. 0-for-2 and an RBI. Johnson sets. Granger looks in. Here's the pitch to McCovey. Watson takes to the bag himself, and that's your ball game. What a comeback for the Astros. They get a run in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th. Let's go over the final stats to get you out of here and tell you what game we'll be back with. So the Astros win at 8-4, go with 1 run each in the first. Padres with 1 in the second, 2 in the 4th, led 4-1. Astros with 1 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, and 2 in the 9th. 8-11-1 for Houston, 4-6-1 for the Astros. Daniel 3-for-5, 3 runs scored. Bob Watson, player of the game, 3-for-5, 2 runs scored, and 5 RBIs. Cliff Johnson, 2-for-5. While the San Diego Padres, Grubb was 3-for-5, a run scored, and an RBI. Winning pitcher will go to Jim York in relief of Forsch. He went 2 solid innings, giving it to Granger, who went 2 innings of his own. So losing pitcher will have to be for 1. He gave up a hit, 3 runs, 3 earned. 3 earned, a walk, and a strikeout. While Grieve came in, went 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, it's earned, 1 walk. And Folkers was 1 inning at 3 innings and 2 runs and 2 earned. So final score is Houston 8 and San Diego 4. Let's look at the final numbers. I believe we've looked into these. So nothing going on Friday. We'll go ahead and sim that day's games. Kansas City 8, Minnesota 7, California 6, Texas 4. Cubs over the Cardinals 5-4. Giants over the Astros 5-4. Mets, Expos over the Mets 9-7. Yankees over the Brewers over the Yankees. Tough challenge 9-8. As White Sox defeated the A's 9-4. It was Philadelphia 3, Pittsburgh 1, and San Diego 1. And it's the LA 8 and San Diego 1. So let's go ahead and get the last of our 2 games simmed. That will be I believe, Friday. Let's do Friday the 2nd, I believe. Yeah. So this is actually the Saturday's day action. Doubleheader with Pittsburgh and Philadelphia on tap. And then we'll go to San Diego and pick our game. I believe we already have looked at it. Boston 4, Cleveland 3, Boston 8, nothing. Montreal. It is Yankees 7, Milwaukee 2, Reds 5, California 4, Cardinals 10. Cardinals 10, the Cubs 6. It was Oakland 13, White Sox 2. In the doubleheader, it was the Phillies 6-5 and the Pirates 5-2. So they split. And then the Padres win the closing end tonight 5-4. So good job there for the Padres. Let's see what is left to play and see what our options are for next time we have you out here. So far, so good. We put the manual on Kansas City, Minnesota. Alfred Simmons and Vic Aubrey. That'll be our game of the day for Sunday, May the 4th. And they'll pick a new one in our future. Let's go ahead and look at statistics real quick for wins and losses. Yankees are 15-7. They're 2.5 on Baltimore, 3.5 on Milwaukee, while Boston is 8-10. Minnesota in first place over California, half game. 2 back of Texas, 2 back of Chicago. Then San Diego in first place as Philly. The Cubs are 3.5. And then the final one, the Cincinnati Reds are 3 games ahead of the Dodgers. So that's a big hill to climb there, while the Braves are 11-15 at 9.5 out. So thank you, guys. I appreciate everyone. This has been the Sports Time Machine, bringing you baseball, Stratomatic baseball tonight. And we'll come back again for more baseball down the line. Thank you, guys, for being here. I appreciate you. We'll talk to you later. Thank you for coming in, as this has been Stratomatic 1975 replay.